You hate to see it. And personally, I don't see this going any further than downhill. And this shit, personally, this gonna start some shit that is not. This shit not about to be a front. So I'm gonna put it to y'all like this, because for all of you internet loving motherfuckers, all you motherfuckers that just see the shit on the outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't see the shit for what it really is. You just see the shit that's given to you via Instagram or Twitter or any other social media platform, because that's how it's being portrayed to you. Like, it's being portrayed to you through outlets provided to you by different aspects. So allow me to bring you guys along on the road for this one. And for those of you who do not know, I have family members that live on the south side of Chicago, preferably around the 75th and Ada area. So allow me to, like, because I personally wasn't going to even talk about it, but after speaking to family members from Chicago, checking on them, obviously because of COVID and all that, this came up. I don't know how, but it did. Okay. So the biggest problem here, since the death of King Von, RIP, there has been a lot of drama. We all know that. There's beef between the OTF side. There's beef with the OTF, the 4K Trey, the NBA crew. All of that, and all of it stemming from the situation between King Von and Quando Rondo's clique. Now, I knew someone that was there that night Von was killed, who was at the club particularly. The media misportrayed the situation as it was told. And as a lot of people should know, that the media never puts out full information on that situation. Okay? And the biggest problem with that is that because of this misinterpretation and misportrayal of the events that prior and after Von's death, this entire situation has been blown completely out of context. And the current result of that is exactly why this is about to be a much bigger mess, and why my advice personally to Quando Rondo is going to be as follow. Okay? So the night Von died, the situation went as you saw portrayed on the media. There was an incident between. Now, again, this is where it gets very interesting. Von was not the aggressor in the situation. Okay, Von was sticking up for his peoples. Maybe one or two of the niggas that he was with at the club, they got into it with Lil Tim particularly. It was not it was not based off, oh, there was some shit going on or whatever have you. Yes, there was some bigger shit going on the inside, because there was a lot of bullshit, and Lil Tim was running his mouth. In the back, motherfucker was talking about, turn that weak ass shit off. That's what was heard. And I guess one of Von's people heard that shit and told that nigga see his ass outside. The brawl ensued, and in the process, Von, while getting one of his men out the way, was shot, as y'all know. So the factor of it is that the aggression came as follow. Like, if you got a motherfucker in the club talking shit to you, that's one thing. But if it's not directed at you, you could have easily just say fuck that nigga and kept it pushing. I'm just saying. I'm not saying like Von didn't do the right thing. You stood up for what you stood on. That's a real nigga, no cap. But what everybody seems to downplay is the fact that it's not Vaughn in the video that Quando Rondo is taken to the hospital. I want y'all to understand that. Y'all have seen the video footage. It was not Vaughn that Rondo was taken to the hospital. It wasn't him. So we can go ahead and downplay that shit right now. Second, via court documented paperwork. For those of you motherfuckers that keep saying this shit is what it is, no, it's not. Lil Tim is not in any form a family member of Quando Rondo. He is an affiliate. Okay? And again, the following charges that are under Lil Tim's name currently reside as second-degree murder, unlawful discharge of a firearm, unlawful ownership of a firearm by a registered gang member, as well as unlawful discharge of a firearm in a direction to cause pain, which is an umbrella term for basically you shooting at motherfuckers. And a lot of people keep saying, oh, if the police wasn't there, they wouldn't have shot. Okay, again, as you clearly saw, the police shooting at the motherfuckers that started shooting, obviously Lil Tim got away, clearly, but then got caught. You know what I'm saying? So clearly that was just a back version of that. But y'all know that situation. It's no need for me to run that back for y'all. The biggest headache right now, and I'm saying it like this, there has been conversation of Quando going to the GD side of Chicago. Okay? Now, from what I was told, and from what I was told after that situation, when Rondo went on live saying he's gonna be safe all 2021, no. And I'm gonna say this to y'all too. And the same goes for these little industry level rappers. Stop using other people's territory to start shit. You know what I'm saying? Stop that. Okay? You directly... Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody... Lil Tim did what he did. I guess it's not that that's not a big deal. It's the fact that everybody's mad at Rondo for defending him, which is fine. I get that. But at the same time, y'all have to understand, everybody's saying Lil Tim is his brother, Lil Tim is his brother, Lil Tim is his brother. That doesn't justify anything. I mean, to me personally, it justifies things, because if you got to pick and choose defending a friend or a family member from certain death or certain destruction, then I'm honestly going to just pick a family member. But that's just me. I mean, that's just what real people do. I'm just saying. However, my advice to Quando Rondo, and I'm saying this as a man, this is not no clout chase, this is not a threat or anything like that. You come into Chicago to post up with the ops of 64th and O Block's ops, bro, like, don't you doing too much. Okay? And that's already, like, you can clearly see it's a bunch of bullshit with that already. Okay? And how I see it, you going to Chicago, you gonna post up on 69th and St. Lawrence, or you gonna go down 63rd and all that shit. No, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. Because everybody out there, whether it's the ops or they not the ops, everybody in Chicago know what you did. You putting, and this goes to a lot of my Chicago niggas as well. Y'all letting somebody with a lot of heat on their shoulders come through the neighborhood, but at the same time, that shit's not gonna do nothing. That's gonna bring a lot of heat on them. You know what I'm saying? You know, because it's different. It's different when you moving with niggas from your clique. And then now you got this outsider who coming out of nowhere and posting up and taking pictures and shit with y'all. And then y'all gonna start dissing the ops again. And then this is gonna be a much bigger headache. You know, because like I said, most of 600 and the OTF and the O Block, all of that this is it's a whole different cut than what y'all looking at. Like, Rondo dug himself in this hole. And for the record, them little screenshots that Lil Durk posted are in fact real. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Those are real because Quando Rondo had a Facebook page with his real name, okay. And shortly after those screenshots were after he messaged Dirk about squashing the shit or whatever have you, deleted the Facebook, okay. And then after he deleted the Facebook and those screenshots were released, and he talking about something, I don't even have a Facebook. Of course you're not gonna say you have a Facebook because you know for a fact you don't want to look like a sucker to your fans. Now again, why the adding fuel to the fire? Obviously, young boys told him, as I was told, you gotta lay low because you put a lot of shit on us. You put a lot of shit on everybody else. Young boy obviously don't get no fuck about none of that. Obviously, why young boy laying low right now? Because right now, young boy just had a baby, so young boy ain't about to be bothering with none of this for too long. And everybody's saying that, oh, it's young boy fault. Young boy had Von killed. Asian doll going on live saying that her and Von both got a song, blah blah blah, with young boy, and that's some internet gangster shit that y'all doing. Yes, it is internet gangster shit that y'all doing, because this was not y'all acting like don't get me wrong. The idea that shit happened and that's what it was, blah blah blah. Leave that alone. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Okay, because when it come right down to it, for y'all non-street niggas, you need to understand the level of the shit that Rondo has dug himself into. And I don't and the last time I even did a video like this, I spoke on XXXTentacion's death, which was 2 years prior. But I'm saying this to y'all as a person, not as a nigga from the hood, not as a nigga from the streets, not as a nigga from Chicago. No, I'm talking about as a person, period. And my advice to Rondo personally, you don't have to talk your shit to make yourself look like the better person in the room. Okay? You did what you did, but it wasn't you personally. You get what I'm saying? If, for example, if Vaughn and Rondo got a song together, right? How many people can sit there and honestly say that shit would get backlash? It wouldn't. It wouldn't get backlash because let's look at it like this. Only two reasons why that would be a problem. One, because this whole time that this situation has happened, Rondo has not once said R.I.P. Vaughn. Not once. That's one reason why that song would go under. Number two, people would instantly think that this was Rondo's excuse for trying to get back in the industry, even though he was technically blackballed for such a short amount of time. And like I said, going to Chicago, and particularly going to the Tuckerville side, talking about, oh, I'm going to be posting about, I'm going to be saying RIP, woo, 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 all that other shit. No. Because at this point, that's just going to be fuel to the fire that's already been growing for years. Like, y'all think that, oh, he going to post on 69th, he going to say RIP Duck, and that's going to be a bigger issue. Yes, it is going to be a bigger issue because you didn't just kill some regular Chicago nigga. You killed the grandchild of the founder of the Black Disciples. So you have pretty much every op on Chicago. You have every Black Disciple gang member in Chicago basically around your hip, because knowing for the fact the very second that they get word that you touching down, this isn't 6ix9ine, number one. Let's make that very fucking clear. This is not 6ix9ine. This is somebody who real live got a lot of heat on him. Okay? And the fact that y'all sitting there laughing about this shit, you talking about how this is funny to you, y'all saying R.I.P. Vaughn, and some of y'all are saying Free Lil Tim and all that other shit. Again, notice how Rondo been real quiet for this whole situation. And the only reason that there's even conversation about him fucking going to Chicago to post up with the ops is strictly off the fact of that Mimo 600 did what he did. And like I said, you put a lot of heat on everybody. You know what I'm saying? You made your choice, although in most people's eyes that was not a good decision. Not gonna. I'm just gonna leave it as it is because, like I said, me personally, I'm sick of everybody using Chicago as an excuse to go do shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't do. I can't. It's something in my mind. I just can't get around on that one. Like when 6ix9ine went to Chicago. No, you that nobody in Chicago took that shit seriously. That's why he wasn't touched. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all know that. Like most in a city of 250,000 and over 80,000 of them are registered gang members. No one gave a fuck. You know what I'm saying? He didn't go to the ops block. He didn't go post up anywhere else because nobody is stupid enough to be fucking with a federal rat. Okay, it's a different story if he just a rat and he just been walking around. You know what I'm saying? It's a different story. If he was just a regular ass snitch, he would have been dealt with. But no, it's the fact that this nigga got federal security around him. And let's be realistic here. While niggas in Chicago are known to not give no fucks about any of that, you kill a federal agent, you're going down good. You're gonna go down for a good minute, and it's not, and that shit ain't worth it. 6ix9ine was not worth it, you know. And that whole situation with him and how that shit ended, that's karma because now he quiet, and it ain't gonna be no more of that, hopefully. And it's the same with Quando. Like you have the opportunity to speak your piece and say what you had to say. My advice to you is just leave that shit alone because regardless how it sound or regardless how it look, young boy is not going. According to people I know around all that, young boy ain't going back down from this because apparently there was already some. Apparently, young boy already spoke to Dirk and he already done told him like your man's is your problem. That was young boy's response. Like your man's your problem. And like I said, Lil Durk got an answer for that shit too. Don't get it twisted because, even though Vaughn didn't die in his presence, it's the fact that by law, two registered gang members could not be around one another because, like I said, gang activity could instantly be used as a federal charge against them. So they couldn't be around one another. If, and me personally, I thought about it pretty heavy. Like, if Vaughn was with Dirk when he died, I feel like this situation would have been a lot worse than what it was. And like I said, God blessed us with Vaughn's music. His children were blessed to have a father like him. His children are going to be taken care of. That was God's will. You know what I'm saying? He was blessed with the talent that he had to do what he had to do to feed his family. And there's not a thing wrong with that. And me personally, if Rondo do go to Chicago and do that shit, I'm honestly just gonna say I'm gonna pray for him because that's a situation like you you're not opening doors for yourself at that point. You're putting a much bigger target on yourself than what was already there. And in all honesty, I just want you to be safe if you do it. That's all I'm gonna say. Like I'm not sitting here talking about some oh yeah nigga you know what's gonna happen to you. No, I'm not doing that because I don't regardless if I beef with a person or over anything, even if it's something serious, I don't wish death or jail on nobody because it ain't no coming back from that. You know what I'm saying? I don't pray for another man downfall. I don't pray for another man death. I don't pray for another man prison sentence. I'm not with all that. So the situation what it is this. And I'm telling y'all, cause y'all be on the internet. I'll be seeing that shit. Y'all be on Instagram laughing about that shit. Like that shit, like this shit funny. Oh, Rondo gonna get his ass smoked. Ah, like that shit's funny. That's funny. It's funny that a man can't make his money now because of a decision he made. Nobody fucking with his music now because of the shit of the decision he made. So he gonna try to make himself bigger by trying to go to Chicago and steady making jokes. And like I had a vivid thought about this. I was telling my cousin the other day, I was like, bro, I feel like Rondo gonna fuck around and go be like, oh, niggas said I can't go nowhere, blah blah blah, and he gonna post up on shit like that. No, we all got we dealing with a lot bigger issues right now than just your pride. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't even, it's only been like fucking 2 months. You know what I'm saying? It's been almost 3 months since we lost Vaughn. Like, the shit not funny. Like, and it saddens me that y'all niggas is poking fun at Dirk for this shit. Y'all blow me with that shit. Like, y'all think losing homies is funny. Get that shit together. Get that together. Cause to me personally, that shit bitchy. That shit bitch made. And for y'all niggas and you bitches out there that's doing that shit, get you some tampons and stop being little bitches about it. Because this is not a situation where somebody gonna walk out of this without no marks. Both sides walked away with marks. Rondo can't is still alive, but he can't do shit. He can't perform. His promoters then canceled on him because of the shit he did. Because you got motherfuckers around that really not playing with him. Niggas that really want some type of heat with him for what he did. Okay? And then you got asking Dirk to help him squash the shit. No. No, because like I said, you picked the battle, you won, but in the process, look what you got now. Now you got everybody and their mother looking for you. And I pray that they don't get you. But at the same time, this is a sense of consequence that he himself has to deal with. No amount of hiding behind your niggas in the hood, no amount of hiding under young boy is gonna keep you safe at night for this one. You have to make a decision whether I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing and move forward with my life, or I'm just gonna keep adding fuel to the fire and hope somebody just don't cut my shit down. Y'all need to leave that shit alone. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Y'all need to leave that shit alone. And the same goes for Rondo. Leave that shit alone, bro. Because you going to Chicago is not gonna help. I'm gonna tell you that now. Real shit. Like, that's not gonna help you. In no shape or form that's gonna help you. Okay? This is not a situation where you can just be like, say, like, because if you do it, you basically are saying fuck Vaughn at that point. That's what you're doing. You're going to say fuck Vaughn. You're basically saying fuck King Vaughn at that point. And the very second that you try that shit is the very second that you're gonna end up fucking around and doing that dumbass shit. And ain't nobody gonna be there to help you on that one. That's all I'm gonna say.